Hey Veritas Kids volunteers, this is Emily Ruth Perry, the director. I am creating a little video for you because we're going to be doing something pretty new and exciting for us. If you have been around Veritas Kids for a while, you remember that this time of year, normally what we'll do is a training where we all come together on a Saturday morning for 2 hours. We have donuts and coffee and get to see each other face to face, which is truly a blessing, but can also be a burden at times, having to get yourself and the kids up and ready on a Saturday morning and you're sacrificing some hours. So we are doing something different. Instead of doing a once a year face-to-face training, we are moving to an online training model. What we have noticed is that because we have a really transient population, we can have volunteers who come and go and don't ever receive the training because they haven't been around while we've had our training once a year. So because of this, we are relieving that problem by creating different online training web pages. So I want to walk you through what this process is going to look like. First thing, every volunteer, current or future volunteer, is going to receive an application for Veritas Kids. Now this might sound a little bit strange to receive an application if you've been serving in Veritas Kids for a year, 2 years, 3 years, but this is a really nice opportunity for you to step back for a moment and think, are you serving somewhere in Veritas Kids that is bringing you the most joy and the most purpose? So maybe you are someone who is currently serving in the 2-year-old room, and maybe you want to try out serving in the 4s and 5s or elementary room. And this is a really nice opportunity to stop and pause and reflect and think about those things. Along those lines, within Veritas Kids, there are really 3 different positions where you can serve. We have a classroom assist, which we have previous bouncers. We have a lead teacher who actually teaches and leads the lesson, and we have our team leads. So we will have different web pages for training for all 3 of those positions. So maybe you're somebody who has been serving in a capacity for a while and you say to yourself, I want to try and become a lead teacher. And so that is what the application, if you apply for that, I would then send you the training for becoming a lead teacher. Maybe somewhere down the road you're interested in becoming a team lead. You really want to show leadership skills and serve on a higher capacity. That will, I can send you the information for becoming a team lead. So the application is really that first step for me to see across the board where our volunteers are. Don't feel intimidated by this application. It really is just a way for me to kind of do an overall assessment of Veritas Kids and see where our volunteers are and where they would get the most joy and purpose for serving. So the second step, after you complete that application and send it back to me, at that point, that is when I would send you a link to one of those 3 web pages. There's a specific web page for Classroom Assist, a specific page for Lead Teacher, and a specific page for Team Lead. So whichever position you desire is a position that you would get training for. There are different topics within those training pages, everything from policies and procedures of Veritas Kids to sexual abuse prevention training to lesson planning if you want to be a teacher, or leadership within kids ministry. It depends upon what you desire to do. So along those same lines, you will need to complete the content for each of those sections. At the end of each of those sections, there's either a quiz or a questionnaire. Now, I will be tracking those quizzes and questionnaires to see who has completed the content. From the time that you receive that link with the web page for the training, you'll have 4 months to complete all of that training. It's not going to take you 4 months. I just want to give people some real wiggle room while still understanding there is a deadline so that people can be moving forward in the process. Another reason we wanted to move to these online trainings was so that we could really meet people where they are. We understand you guys are very busy, and Veritas Kids is a really important ministry, but it's not your full-time job. So you can do these trainings while you're in your pajamas on a Friday night or Saturday morning or anytime during the week. You can play the videos in the backgrounds while you're cooking dinner. However you best learn and get this content, you are welcome to do it that way. We really want to meet you where you are so that you're getting the content, so that you are best equipped to lead those kids so that they can grow in their knowledge and love for the Lord, and also so that you feel most comfortable and confident within that classroom. That's the whole purpose of these trainings. So again, along those lines, you'll receive that quiz. You have 4 months to complete it. Prior to completing all of the training that's required for your position, everyone will be considered in training. Now, this is really for our liability insurance to make sure that we are best training and monitoring our volunteers so that we are best loving our kids. We want to make sure that our kids are in the most safe, best learning environment possible. So with those things in mind, that's another reason we're moving to this online training module. So people will be considered in training. For my purposes, most of the time that's not going to affect what you're doing in the classroom. Now, if you are somebody who is a classroom assist and you want to become a lead teacher, that might involve more intentionally shadowing a lead teacher, maybe some observations and feedback from me. All of that is dependent upon what you want and how you want to grow into that role. So this is kind of just a basic overview of some of the ways that VeritasKids is going to be changing in regard to our training. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, the content is also written out in this email that you're receiving, and I am so happy to field any questions. Please feel free to email me, call me, text me, message me, find me on a Sunday morning, reach out to me. I'd love to sit down and have coffee or tea with you and just talk through any questions you might have. My whole purpose as the VeritasKids director is to better serve you guys as the volunteers so that you can in turn serve those kids. So I'm really excited about this online training module. I hope this is going to be really beneficial and purposeful for you guys. Again, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for all you do in VeritasKids. We really love and appreciate you. Thanks.